final months of 1918, as winter crept across Hokkaido, a young boy named Akichi Suzuki walked through a small market stall and saw something he knew his little sister would love, a small doll in a red kimono, porcelain face, and short, neatly trimmed black hair. He bought it with the few coins he had saved. At home, his 2-year-old sister Okiku squealed the moment she saw it. The doll looked just like her round cheeks, straight bangs, the same innocent eyes. She named it after herself, Okiku. From that moment, the two were inseparable. She carried the doll to meals. She slept with it tucked under a tiny arm. She even brought it along on short trips to the village market. For the Suzuki family, watching her with that doll became a daily joy. But that joy didn't last. One cold evening, Okiku came down with a fever. At first, her parents thought it was seasonal, something she would recover from in a few days. But the fever climbed, her breathing grew shallow, and the child who once never let go of her doll could no longer lift her head. Within weeks, she was gone, just 3 years old. The house fell silent too silent. Her parents placed the doll on a small wooden shrine in the living room, surrounded by incense and her favorite flowers. It was the last thing she ever held, the last thing that made her smile. But grief has a way of leaving doors open, and something stepped through. A month after the funeral, Okiku's mother noticed something strange. The doll's head, originally cut short above the shoulders, seemed longer. At first, she questioned her memory. She called her husband. He thought the same thing she did. Maybe time was playing tricks on them. Maybe grief was making them imagine. But the next month, it happened again, and again the month after. The hair crept past the shoulders, then halfway down the back, eventually reaching the doll's waist. They trimmed it, but within weeks, it grew back. The family whispered among themselves, terrified to say what they were all thinking. Okiku's spirit is inside the doll. Strange things began to happen, quiet things at first. Late at night, the mother claimed she heard the soft patter of tiny footsteps in the hallway. The father felt sudden chills when he passed the shrine, as if someone was watching from behind the doll's eyes. Ikichi once reached out to pick it up, and the room's lantern flickered violently. He recoiled, heart pounding. But one moment sealed their fear forever. A neighbor, visiting for tea, leaned close to the shelf and froze. Her expression, "It wasn't like this a moment ago," she whispered. The family knew the home was no longer theirs alone. Unable to bear the growing unease, they brought the doll to the Mannenji Temple in Hokkaido, called the Mannenji Temple by locals. The monks listened carefully to the story. Then, quietly, they agreed to take the doll in. They placed it in a small wooden case inside the temple hall. But the strange events didn't stop. They simply changed locations. Visitors reported sudden cold spots, even in summer. Others said the doll's face looked different each time they glanced at it. One young visitor swore she heard soft breathing behind her, yet she was completely alone. The monks, calm and disciplined, refused to sensationalize anything, but even they admitted the truth. The hair still grows. To this day, more than 100 years later, the monks trim it regularly. Samples were sent to a lab, and researchers concluded something unsettling. The hair is human. Last year, according to one of the younger monks, something happened during a routine trimming. As he held the scissors near the doll's face, he felt compelled to look into its eyes. And in that silent room, he swears the doll smiled. Not with its mouth, but with its eyes. A tiny shift, barely noticeable, but unmistakable. He dropped the scissors. Today, the Okiku doll remains in that same temple, displayed behind glass. Visitors still come from around the world. Some out of curiosity, some out of fear, some simply to pay respect to a child who loved her doll so much that a spirit, perhaps, refused to leave it behind. Whether you believe in haunted objects or not, the Okiku doll remains one of Japan's most documented paranormal artifacts, maintained and witnessed by monks for over a century. A reminder of a bond so strong, it may have crossed the boundary between life and death. And if you ever visit the temple yourself, look closely at the doll. Pay attention to the hair. And whatever you do, don't look away too long.